Hi, today we're going to install the PTO bearing with this locking collar, but first I want to show you how we're going to get there. So I put the generator on. I mounted that so that I could see the belt. I could see if that the belt was going to be aligned with the pulley on the starter generator. Then I locked down the two set screws here. Now what's nice about that is if it needs to be moved a little bit in or out, they do give you these two holes that are in line with the set screws, so it's not that big a deal. Then once we have that, we can put can you move over there now and we'll just show this. Then we're gonna put this collar on. And this set screw here does not go in the keyway. So you want it to be able to move freely like that. And here's the bearing, which I have cleaned. I put a little grease behind the rubber seal in there, so this is ready for another 50 years. Although I'm not even going to use the mower blade and the mower deck anymore. So what you do is, some guy said on YouTube to put this locking collar all the way in the back and then push this all the way back, and that gets us pretty close to the being flush with the end of the crankshaft. But I'm going to bring this out just a little bit. And I'm going to start turning this locking collar in the back until I can start to see it go onto the bearing, which it is now. Now I'm going to keep turning, and now it's not turning anymore. This locking collar does not turn anymore because it's now cammed onto the bushing of the bearing. And I'm pretty flush here. I like that. I like to be flush. In fact, I'm going to go in just a little bit more. So I'm going to turn the locking collar and push the bearing in just a little bit more so that I have all of the inner race on the crankshaft. Now I'm going to reach back with my left hand and I'm going to lock this collar back on. I'm going clockwise with the collar. And now it's tight again. And now you can see I can't really get that off anymore. So this is where they want you to take a tool and they want you to tighten that on there. So I'm gonna reach down here and I'm gonna bash on that just to get it on there tight. And now there's no way this bearing is coming off now. It's locked onto the collar inside. So I'm going to take my Allen wrench and I'm going to snug that down pretty good, just so it's there. That's why they have it there. So this is now on there and it's flush, maybe in a little bit. Then I take my PTO that I already have messed with and cleaned up and all that, and I'm going to install this over the bearing, and I'm going to make sure that these three holes are in line with these three slots that they have here. But of course I didn't put these in yet because I'm just showing you right now. So these little rattle clips are going to go in like this, and there'll be three of them, and that's how it's going to look when it's all said and done. There'll be three rattle clips. And then I'm going to put in these three set screws that we all know about. There's three that have points, and there's three that act as locking set screws for the ones with the points. So what the ones with the points do is they go in back of this, bearing, so they grab it. It grabs the bearing, and we know now that the bearing isn't going anywhere, and that's what keeps the PTO connected to the bearing. The bearing is connected to the collar, and the collar is locked on to the shaft, and I still have a lot of wiggle room to go forward or backward with this pulley. So hopefully that explains the whole installation of the PTO clutch in the older Cub Cadet tractors. Thank you for watching.